Robbinsville tourism meeting to order. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes for January?
I'd kind of like to add a sentence
Okay.
where the RTA will store decorations. I'd like to put in that we review and discuss local Christmas activities in there. Because we spent significant,
We did, yeah.
so that's the only change I have.
I'll make a motion to approve it with three suggested change.
I'm gonna second it. Is that too close, Kurt?
Come on over.
All right.
There's such these ladies coming in and
We kind of made a few changes to this, the last meeting. We wanted to throw in there where that instead of just we was gonna store them, that, what was it, Bruce?
We reviewed and discussed local Christmas activities.
We have an approval of the agenda. Do we need to make any changes?
If nobody wants to add anything, I'll make a motion to approve as written.
Karen kind of gets caught up a minute, and then we'll let Sonia.
So that's one.
All right, Miss Sonia.
Okay, so, January was a good month. In the winter months, your occupancy tax goes down for several months, but still you had a good month for January. You brought in $3,226 in occupancy tax, and you have brought in $14,287 more than what you've spent this year to date after you pay off your payroll payable. You budgeted low on your occupancy tax, but you have brought in $4,836 less than what you had budgeted. So, like I said before, occupancy tax is looking good. And you can't, Karen did ask me earlier what your cash balance is, and after you pay out your payroll payable, it's $89,825 is your cash balance. You want to keep some of that as reserve for your set, amount for next year, but you paid your expenses this year. You paid your audit, you paid your insurance, everything except your payroll. So you have some money to spend.
Question, Sonia, did you say we brought in less than we budgeted or more?
You have brought in $4,836 more in occupancy tax than what you had budgeted
Good,
after
okay.
your budget amendment last month. So
Okay, good.
yes, you're doing
That's good.
You're doing very good.
Thank you. And Madam Chairman, I needed to add something to the agenda or public comment or something. Or one of the commissioners called me. Can we put that in somewhere? Then we'll talk about a wall in town. So if the board agrees, put that in the bottom. And I'll tell you what Connie called about.
After the RTA update, or do you want to do it before that?
I'm new business under new business
Yeah, I would say
after
so.
the fireworks.
All right, thank you.
I'll make a motion to, approve the amended agenda for the new business.
I'll say.
I think once you get the hang of it, I think it'll be good. But I would drop them an email, see, them taking time, whenever they go to
Sorry, I'm not, that's all
All
right.
All right, now it's, all yours. That's what you got going.
Okay, the car show, put in your pack, some rules and regulations that I pulled out. I guess we need to decide the competition categories, and I put some here, but I know that we have talked about tractors too. So basically, I need to know what categories. I need to know, I had, talked to, Kilboy about sponsorship, I'd start contacting people about sponsorship. And then I got this request back that said, well, what do you consider a sponsorship? What do you want us to do? Do you want us to come and take pictures that day? My thinking was, and I don't know what y'all were thinking, something like that. I was looking for a trophy, people to sponsor trophies.
So you were wanting the businesses to help sponsor the trophies and
That was my thinking, but if that is not y'all's thinking, if y'all wanna buy the trophies and things like that, we can do that.
how many different, awards are you wanting to give and stuff?
Well, I went ahead and ordered, dash plates from the school, and, they're gonna be $2 a piece. So I did go ahead and order them, and the school will print them for us, for that price too. The dash plate was a bit over $1, and then they said they could print them for $2. I talked to Melissa and Ruby about that, because it seems like everybody I talk to wants that dash plate. Little, is it just a little card?
Does it say the name of the event, or what did it say?
That's what we got to decide.
Okay.
I think I've got one in my pocketbook, because this is what one of the guys from the Bryson City thing showed me. And is this the dash plate thing that you're talking about?
Yes.
That's just like a little, card. And, I mean, yeah, you probably do need to, that's to help the judges know what car it is, so. I mean, you gotta have something like that, or you've gotta have something that's kind of like a, for you to kind of have figured out how you wanted to do it, right?
Right. And everybody I talked to said dash plate or something that, again, that, like you said, that helps to identify the car. But it's also something that's like a little trophy to them with the car show.
Right.
So that's a dash plaque. And it's a polka for the Miatas and the Minis and all those. We used to have dash plaques. They're the same size as a business card, but they're like metal. Yeah, you've probably seen that.
Yeah.
That we gave everybody that signed up. And it seems like they cost somewhere $2 to $5 a piece. I can't remember what they were a long time ago. But that's a little different from this.
I think so. And she said dash plate 2 inches by 3.5 inches.
Yeah, see, that's a little bigger than that.
And so is that supposed to be taken care of with their fee that they put in to be in this?
I think so, with
So-
the $10 per car per person, and the vendors, I would think so, yes.
A lot of times you'll, like in their glove box, for example, you'll look and they'll have wherever they've been displayed there. It's kind of, or on that thing, just laying in
Well,
the
like I
seat.
said, this week.
But it's a good gesture. I agree with that.
Judges, what y'all, do you want it to be people's choice? Or do you want to bring in 3 judges? wanna keep these?
Yeah. And this too, if you want to, they just gave it to me, and said, you know, you might wanna, that's what they had put in theirs, I don't know if they have the other thing or not. But personally, I think judges, but I think judges too.
I think the last one they did at Andrews too, they did like a kid's choice too, maybe, like let the adults do it and then just if the kids wanted to or something. But it was only like one card, it wasn't like one of every category. Just something to like the kids still involved. But I mean, that's just an idea.
That's a good idea.
That is.
To have a kid's choice.
Kids' choice.
But we all know those are gonna be brutally honest.
And they're not gonna really be looking for the, you know,
The
originality, they're just gonna be looking for the
Just what-
bling.
Just what they like, yeah.
Exactly.
What catches their eye that day.
And
So you'll
overall,
need, 3 kids judges and then 3 adult judges, or
Usually the kids vote.
just the kids just vote, that's
Usually.
Yeah,
okay.
just have a box and let them put it.
Okay.
yeah, like put the number or whatever, cause I guess, is that how we'll identify it with the number?
Yeah. Another thing you could do is have a box with each card, but we don't have a card at each house, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
So easier just to do the number.
Talk to the DJ, Josh Turner, said he could do the event for $450. He has a wireless DJ system. And he said he would do the MC and then the music that day for $450.
So he would announce the awards and all that stuff too.
And the only thing I'll say on that is the festivals committee has kind of like a contract with them to do events. We don't, obviously, but if you think that you're gonna ask you to do more than one, yeah, you might want to consider it. Just saying. We have to have music, right? We decided on the DJ.
We gotta have music.
Can you do 50?
He said he would do 50s and I told him we didn't want 50s all day long. We
Right.
did want some 50s.
There's not that many of us from the 50s.
No, that's true too.
Maybe just me.
No, I'm with you.
Me too.
And I thought we decided not to do motorcycles last time as a class, didn't we? We're
That's-
just doing
that's-
vehicles.
That was my question. Do you want to not do motorcycles and do just trucks and cars and tractors?
I'm just bringing it up because we talked about it last time and that's what I thought we decided, but
I mean, I know a lot of them would like to probably bring their motorcycles, but do you think that we're gonna get enough cars without the motorcycles?
Right now, I have sent, this is my list of invitations I have sent. And y'all may know, these are people that y'all suggested I have sent them a vendor application and a flyer. And I've mailed those, we put those in the mail. Those were the people I knew that had cars, that y'all had told me that had cars. Mike McClung's the only person that has come in and registered.
But Donald Chris, he's not on there, I know I sent his name to you.
I think I sent him one. Did I send him one of those that I handed off? I'll check and see.
Now, I can take one of these the next time I go over to Andrews. Custom coffee shop over there. They're really big into like all the car shows and stuff in Andrews. I could see if we could hang up one of these over there. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably bring their cars over too, probably.
And gave a bunch of those out at school and at the Rev Up meeting last week too. The vendor applications and the flyers, so I've been trying to get them out like at, gas stations and stuff.
Yeah. And I can hang this on the door at the hotel too.
I think probably wouldn't hurt to maybe go ahead and start putting the advertisements out in the newspapers, not just in the Green Store, but in the other ones.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's 48.
Have you got an invitation yet?
They said I might not participate because
No. Oh, yeah, I like that. The level of trust.
You still gotta bring it, though.
You
They
can
ain't gonna let
participate, you just can't win.
Well, do we charge him to participate if he can't win? Cause I was gonna make him run check.
yeah, I should pay.
Okay.
I don't know that since the judges are independent, it shouldn't matter.
It
either.
shouldn't matter.
I don't have
agree.
a picture of the Camaro with me.
But your name isn't gonna be on the card, so nobody's gonna, like, if we get judges, you know, that don't know you, if your name's not on the card in your window, they're not gonna know.
No, no.
So, I mean, you should be allowed to.
I'll be sitting there though saying, man, vote for this truck.
Yeah.
No,
Vote for me.
No,
I'll give you a pin from the town.
I'll give you a town.
These
No,
are my favorite.
They all want me to go ahead and confirm with Josh, on the DJ, or do you want me to wait?
have y'all done a budget for it?
No,
You think we'll just set a budget and go ahead and start making concrete plans? This is February, it's gone.
that's
Mhm.
true,
Yeah.
that's true, it is moving quickly. And just sort of let me use, that's one reason I went to Sonia was to see how much y'all want to spend on the car show.
Well, let's hear first from the conservative oracle.
I'm mad no.
I know, that's what I was saying over there. I was throwing out kind of in my mind the number I was calculating, and I thought, but we're gonna get some of that back through the
Yeah.
cars,
That's
through the,
true.
you know.
Vendors, are we gonna, yeah, we're going to get some of it back.
Well, you get a number and whatever it is,
And
and
at
then
least you got something to work with.
yeah, then
Right.
next month we meet again and okay, it's looking like that's working, or we need to add some, or we're not gonna need it all, but you gotta have a number.
And I'm just trying to, this is new to me, so anything that y'all want to do that helps in any way, I'm talking to Linda, and I don't remember what her last name is over in Andrews. Called Bryson City several times, but I haven't done anything from their chamber of commerce about doing car shows.
Well, this is from Bryson City.
Okay, so that might be somebody. that
So are
I
you,
can contact.
do you know yet, or are you gonna put just, okay, you gonna group them by type, by year, by class, or are you just gonna, whoever brought, like, you bring two cars, they go together, and then you just know them by the number, or how are you gonna do that?
I would think if we're gonna have competition categories like classic cars, antique cars, group them by category.
Yeah, I think as long as you got enough to do it, I agree. I think that's
And
good.
if not, well,
You know, in these 10 cars here are competing, and these 10 over here, or 5, or whatever it is.
and I'll have to just talk to some people about judges. Do they usually pay the judges? How do they compensate judges?
That's something I don't know anything about.
I worked for Extension, everything was free.
Right.
But they at least need travel, I think, and lunch or something, and a little
We
something.
Just get them to judge it, extension, I mean, they know about
Right.
potatoes and pumpkins,
I
so.
don't think this is their.
If they cars at work.
And I'll have to get judges from elsewhere, but has I know they're going to be.
Ask Bryson, how much they we judges, maybe. Let's give us some car shows. Well, if you call them, you're ready to
Oh,
call
Bryson
them.
City.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you knew a Bryson somebody, but I didn't
No.
realize. I will find out.
Did you come up with a number yet, Teresa?
No.
Talk to us, honey, talk to us.
All right, Debbie, let's hear yours.
Yeah. Then I'll tell you mine.
I wanna hear hers first.
It's risky for you, cause she says a number, if it's big enough, I'm going with it.
You go
You
first.
just gotta remember now, we're gonna get some of it back.
I know you're gonna be more generous than me. All right.
Yeah. How about if I make a motion of 5,000 to start off with?
I'll second it.
I'll vote for it.
Okay,
That's fine.
I always thinking for it.
okay, so we're kind of the same.
Yeah.
That should be a nice car show.
I have a question though about number 7.
Okay.
All top 50 finishers will get awards. Is
Well,
that,
no.
okay, this is just a sample.
This
right?
is the
Okay.
sample that I pulled out.
All right. Just want to make sure 50's a lot.
That's a big old car
I'm
show.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
going on a big car
Uh-huh.
show. I'm excited about this. So eliminate the motorcycles and add tractors, but do the 3 car and the 3 truck categories.
We gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta start somewhere, 3 of each one of, you know. I mean, a lot of it depends on how many cars is gonna be there. So, you know, you kinda gotta wait, you don't have to wait, but you still gotta have that in mind, to be able to
Give the
decide
way.
what kind of competitions you're gonna have.
Mhm.
And then these tractors, are you expecting, cause I'm thinking, well, how can there be more, if we're talking tractors and we're not talking motorcycles, we know there's gonna be more motorcycles.
Right.
So, or do we have a lot of tractors? That I don't have a clue about, I've never.
That'll shock me a little, but you never know.
Oh, I thought y'all said for me to have a tractors category.
I don't remember that, but we may have
We may
threw that
I
in
don't
there.
Okay,
Or
so do you want me to eliminate it? Do you want to do one motorcycle like a People's Choice motorcycle?
Well, you just have one category.
We might have
That
more
would give
of a
them the
turnout,
opportunity to come in and at least pay their
Yeah.
People's Choice.
And by then our season should be picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate to leave them out because we do have a lot of motorcycles.
We do. So there's just gonna be one motorcycle category.
Just do one motorcycle category, just until we can kind of get our feel for this. Because you said this is your first time, so.
Well, if before then 50 motorcycles sign up, then maybe we'll add another category.
Right, yeah.
We can be flexible on that.
That's true too.
Another category, another 5,000 for Teresa. Just see kind of what the reaction is.
Right. Okay.
And if you want to throw the tractors in there too, I don't, you know, just
Do so. I don't know. What y'all think?
I know there's one man that always drives it in town consistently, but I don't know who it is. He always drives his tractor.
We maybe can't.
I don't know who it is.
He'll come through and bale your hay as it goes by.
or that Campbell guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because he does that.
Baby.
It's honestly, Karen, what you are willing to take on, and we are here to help you make it successful.
Okay.
And, whatever, you know.
And I'm sort of getting the feel of the community as I'm handing this out and trying to promote it, so that will sort of dictate to us what we need to do too, if that's okay with y'all.
But we need to start promoting it.
Go ahead and get it in now. Right. When you said the papers, do you want it in, Cherokee County, Clay County.
Well, I know at the Graham Star, they are like in a group of publishers and you pay a certain fee and it puts into all of them. And
That makes sense.
So,
And to me, it wouldn't hurt if you went ahead and got like a thing put up at the stop sign down there, you know, car show at this day. Kind of start preparing everybody that is not on social media, that don't really see the paper, and see it every time they stop by the stop sign or the stop light at Walgreens. It seems to be the best place that all that stuff is kind of good.
except for this way.
So I know you'll have to have money for that, and then you'll have to go ahead and get that going and get it up.
And by the time we meet again, you can look at what you can do with 5,000 and you can say, well, this is gonna work, or this won't hardly get it the way you seem to want it. So that'll be the end of March, so there's still time to react.
Do you want me to go ahead and buy the trophies for these events, or do you want me to try to pull in sponsorship? Or do you want me to wait and see how many? I don't wanna wait too long, so I can't get them printed. But how long would it take to get trophies here?
I don't think it would take that long, but, I mean, I'm sure that the businesses in the area, once this all gets started, they're gonna be willing to help with trophies, they're gonna be willing to help with different prizes or whatever.
Well, we're gonna have trophies either way, right?
Yeah,
So there's, but you're thinking about putting on the trophy to sponsor, or, yeah, I guess that may be hard to put together.
Be better just for us to, the RTA.
just to have it as the RTA.
Or just, you know, they won and, they never know who sponsored it. You know, I mean, somebody can still sponsor a trophy, their name just would be on the trophy, I guess you might say. They'd be on a t-shirt or something, you know, or on a sign there.
Do you want people like Killboy to come and take pictures and have a booth, or
Well, that's gonna be during their kind of time.
busy time? Janelle Rattler has signed up for Indian tacos at this point. Angie talked about the food truck. I think she's got a grandbaby due right around that time.
Yeah, it's gonna be happening then, isn't it? Strange, they're naming the baby North Face, I can't figure that out. Actually, its name's Nora Grace, but I've sort of perverted it.
North Face.
North Face.
Cause I thought Grace was a pretty
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, I got Brady calling her that name, North Face.
She's still got a nickname. Oh, how precious.
I said, well, my granddaughter's named after a racetrack, so
Okay.
Charlotte.
That's true.
Okay, so this is just the flyer I did, and this is a vendor application for cars and for vendors. And I stuck with the $10 fee regardless, whichever one it was. This was just, an event sponsor package that I put in there, so I'll put it up to what the price is. The passport to adventure, I gave y'all a list of the names we've come up with that are going to be the destinations where people hike to. We're gonna start at the 1st of April and go to Labor Day weekend. And this is sort of what the passport looks like when we open with the different destinations. Plus, it's going to be the school computer person that's going to build it. one so they can download it from the school website. He is also going to talk to Abraham and link it to the town of Robbinsville website. And I talked to Daniel Allison with Graham County Travel and Tourism, and he was going to call Angie about it getting linked to the county travel and tourism.
And that needs to be advertised too.
It does. The t-shirts that you will need, they would like to have some t-shirts to use as gifts. We talked about doing t-shirts with like this be a wayfinding signs, these destinations on them. They would like to use some as gifts, and she was gonna talk to Graham County Travel and Tourism about aluminum water bottles to help sponsor some of them. We had talked about doing some of these and charging for them, but I didn't know if y'all want to do some to give as gifts. They're thinking is if they do 10 of the destinations, that they get a t-shirt. If they do 15, a water bottle and a t-shirt. And then we're going to try to find some of the accommodation partners to donate prizes and businesses for the ones that do 20 nights.
And if they, how you're gonna do it, identify that they be in there.
We are going to, they're gonna send pictures, or they can come in here and we'll stamp it or check it or something like that.
So,
Our desire is to get them to email pictures into like the website where they download the passport so we can use them in advertising too. I talked to Frank Klein with the North Carolina Forest Service, and he said he would be more than happy to lead some hikes if we wanted him to lead some hikes. And he is also going to do an educational booth for the car show.
and why are we looking at doing the t-shirts as a gift?
They wanted just to encourage, I think, people into advertising. I think we could do the t-shirts as a gift and also do some t-shirts to sell, like at the car shows and things.
Are you talking about Passport to Adventure t-shirts?
Correct.
So how much are they gonna be paying for the passport book and to be going around and doing that? And
They're not,
how, I mean, it looks like to me that we're gonna be
putting some money
putting
into
money into the shirts and, I mean, because, well,
we decided we would not charge for the passport because we can print those and put them together.
Who's organized that? Cause that's new to me.
We actually started out with it and then the school wanted to pull in their school personnel and the children to do it for a health awareness type thing. And then I talked to Daniel Allison with Graham County Travel and Tourism, and he wanted to somewhat be a part of it.
So, it's really, if you were budgeting, it's two different things.
it's, yeah,
It's two different things, so.
what? How are you thinking about t-shirts versus?
Well, t-shirts and a passport to adventure is not a car show.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
this is
a
something
different-
completely
really
different.
thing. But then they're gonna try to promote the passport thing at the car show.
Right. And the hikes, promote local hikes, and I think we could sell t-shirts there too. But we will, these passports we're gonna put together with a bit of history about each one of these destinations. And the history club is working on that at the school. And then we'll actually put them out at destinations like Quality Inn, destinations like Sand Rain, destinations like stations if they want to, but we couldn't logically figure out how to charge if we put them in the, destination.
Right, and I did a similar thing in Virginia with 4-Hers, cause we went on a history tour of Virginia. And we stamped our booklets that you had to do 10 different places when we went to Virginia. And then you sent all that stuff back in, and they sent you a t-shirt, a free t-shirt. But that was the Virginia tourists.
That was the whole state tourism.
Right, that was the whole state. But, it made us go to more historic places. I would say that places that we wouldn't have stopped normally that were really good. One of the favorite places the kids like this was a plantation that we would never have stopped at.
So if the county wants in on that, is that what I heard?
I think,
So should we see how serious they are and maybe co-opt that partner for whatever goes in it? Is that a bad idea?
And one of the girls was doing t-shirts for $5 or $6 each.
That's probably that Allison, Grooms, cause she was gonna do t-shirts for us one time before, and she was gonna charge like,
Something like that.
yeah,
I think she charged us right around $5 for the fishing dirt
yeah.
t-shirt she did.
And she can do them in small batches too,
Yes.
if we did that, but that's just an example. That's not selling them. Selling them is different. So. But I think if a kid does 10, they need to get something. Or I think see the other benefit is this, having been both places or been around for a while.
Right.
You would be amazed at how many people do not know half of these places.
That's the
Well, sure.
I mean, it's crazy. People who live here all their life don't know some of these. So, in the long term, it might help us better when a tourist comes up and says, "What's there to do around here?" Maybe they
We
would
could
say,
give them a passport and
or maybe the kids would say, "Ooh, we hiked up to Huckleberry Knob." Yeah, it was great or something. So there might be some other benefits other than just,
put money into it.
yeah.
But we felt like it would promote tourism too by getting people involved and going to it and giving them some history and making the challenge part of it.
Well, maybe you need to confront the Graham County Tourism and see if they're willing to go in hackers with us on this, or
See what they'll
Yeah.
do.
Or limit the number of t-shirts. The first 100 people who do it get a t-shirt or something. I'm just throwing out ideas.
It's good.
It is. That's a good number.
That way it would limit it.
I gave y'all a list of the people that was asked the yeses, and I didn't know if y'all wanted to revisit these or you want me just to hand these off to the alderman. And this is sort of, I don't know how it ended up getting stretched out like that, of what Ellen Davis had sent about board members.
I like. Is it time to say what you like? Is that what we're doing now? I mean, if effort counts, I like Blake Gore. But that's not really, or does the alderman want a suggestion from the board or what?
That is what I understood that they would like.
Especially, I assume he's still taking over the hub.
He has.
Yeah.
It's open, I think, from like 11 till 3.
Yeah, they're doing like a soft opening. He come in and talked to me the other day at the hotel. But do you think in the season months he would be too spread thin to do that? Because I like him a lot.
When I talked to him, I told him it was the last Tuesday of the month, and he pondered on it. And then he thought about it and came back with an answer of yes. And he said he didn't want to overwhelm himself.
It's crazy how we've got so many now, and before we just was struggling to figure out.
Right, somebody.
I didn't know Cindy was on the list, Cindy Guerin. I didn't remember her name, but I know she can plan and organize stuff.
Well, she has told me that she would be happy to serve, but she also told me she'd be happy to help me with anything that was going on, because I talked to them about the car show. And she said that she would. But she had told me previously, because we were talking after the Christmas parade, and she said, let me know anytime, I'll be happy to.
Well, I guess one reason why I threw Richard Blevins' name in there is because he is a part of this car show thing. I mean, they had that down to the this, and this is what's gonna make a successful car show.
Okay, you're talking about Richard off the hill here.
Yeah.
He's been involved in that, and
I sure don't have a
That's-
problem with that.
that's his doings right there.
This
And the
is-
guy that helped him.
I like Richard.
I mean, we need somebody that's got some knowledge about it, so that they can kind of direct you into the right place, and you can kind of, yeah.
And the newspaper did point out I was the only surviving male on the board.
Okay.
I mean, they did say that, I read it.
You saw that, huh?
Yeah,
I did bring that up, I want to say. I said we might want to look for a guy, believe it or not.
well,
I know that part. And I mean, honestly, everybody on here is good. This is good. So I mean, they've got their own thing that they can.
I mean, I would love for Brady to be on it, but if he was gonna come on it, I should leave it, because, that's my nephew. So we don't want, to get nepotism going here.
You want me just to submit this?
We just wanted you to give us a list of the people, because you just gave us these names and we didn't have a clue who said yes and no, and that's why we had to put it off.
Right.
But we
So-
need somebody that is gonna be here to help you get going.
Well, you've got 2 or 3 ideas there that you can now take and
Yeah.
put Richard at the top. And
Yeah, I think we need to really make I think we need to make a recommendation. If it's Richard.
well, let's give him 3,
Okay.
first, second, third.
The only thing I would worry about Blake is he gonna have time? I mean,
That was my whole
that's my only, I like him and I think it would be good. But that was my only reservation.
Maybe we could meet down at the Slender's Restaurant,
Absolutely.
and he could come
He
over.
could feed us.
We could give
Go
him,
there.
he can have income, but he's putting the work in to do stuff, is what I've noticed.
He is, that is true too.
And
You want me to, I've got Richard as number 1. Do you want me to do Blake as number 2? Do you want to do Cynthia as number to, or y'all tell me.
Let's do Blake as number 2, I guess, then, just to kind of keep the table kind of spread out with males and females, and then her as number 3.
There need to be a motion.
I would think so.
I make a motion.
Second.
Send those 3 names forward.
The fireworks, they're going to be the same company that did them last year is doing them this year. It's gonna be just a little over $11,000.
Did you check into finding how to get somebody here certified to do it?
They had talked about, Daniel Graham County Festivals had already set this up, but they had talked about, the maintenance guys taking the training and doing it.
So did you find out if they could do the training?
They can do the training, yes.
And
we
where
did.
it's at and all that good stuff?
I'll have to check and see on that.
And how much it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
And not only the cost of the training, but they'll have, if we have to do work, you know, fill in, other, all that.
Well, you can get-
Personnel costs or whatever.
part of that usually involves being trained at other events too.
Travel.
I've had some experience for and stuff like that.
Have you?
You want to be trying to do?
No, not at this point. No.
Maybe earlier in life it would have been okay, but
Yes.
not now.
Just breaking her back trying to run away.
Yeah, or fall over something in the dark.
That's what we did one time. Oh, Lord.
And when
It
the
was
training
awful.
is, I'd like to know when.
Yeah.
Now, the one group I talked to about 2 years ago, Melrose, that's a fireworks company, right?
Yes.
They told me that the way theirs worked is you come and work with them. And that's a part of it, so that's been about 3 or 4 years ago. David and I had this notion. We were gonna do our own fireworks thing, but then we got busy. So we didn't follow up.
It sneaks up on.
Oh, it does.
It does. We'll leave you right before, but when we turn around. They had, last year we paid $4,750 for the fireworks presentation. They have requested that their question was, would we assist them in paying for this year's fireworks presentation?
And will this be on the 4th or when?
It's on third.
So why is it on the 3rd? If I could just ask.
I don't know, I didn't, it's, Taco and Daniel, and it's Graham County Festival, but Daniel won
Yes.
The 4th is on Sunday,
the third is Saturday.
3rd Saturday.
Oh, that's the day of the festival and the night of the festival.
Are we doing it?
If we do it.
Oh, okay,
I haven't been to a meeting.
okay, that was Graham County Festival question.
Typically festivals don't do good here on Sunday, so.
No,
So Saturday makes the most sense with the calendar.
Mm-hmm. Because people will be leaving, depending on what day they get off.
Well,
think
there'll
it
be a
does
lot
make
of people
more
in town
sense.
too. Yeah, they'll be leaving going back, a lot of people will, so it's good entertainment for guests that can.
I'm fine with doing what we did last year.
the 4,750.
Or we can do another 5,000. I mean, how much are they asking? I mean, it would be nice if they told.
It's 11,000 and some odd dollars, and he said it would be nice if we split it, but if we don't agree to split it, whatever we could do would be greatly
Who
appreciated.
did we split with last year? County?
I think we did Graham County Travel and Tourism, but did Graham County Festivals, or was it alderman in the town of Robbinsville that have to fund it.
Well, either way, I'd say I like your idea, just go for 5 and then you've got some budgeted and see what happens.
I second that.
Yeah.
So trees, $1,000.
And we're not gonna have a whole bunch of activities this year anyway because of the virus, so we should have plenty of money.
But I'm hoping this thing starts turning around before then.
I do too.
I think it's going to, I have faith. Okay, we're down to your update on the wall.
Oh, the other day, one of the commissioners, Connie, called me. She had been talking to Kevin Corbin. Wanted to know if I was familiar with the wall down on Main Street that's falling. And I said, sure am. I said, in fact, we talked about walls and sidewalks that could use some improvement. And then the discussion went to, is it okay to do that with those funds? Is what I remember. So she said Kevin Corbin assured her that it was okay to use that travel and tourism money, and he's our representative, our senator now, to do that type of thing. So I said, well, we don't know what it would cost, but let me ask you, would you be willing to go to the commissioners, and let's say we would agree to pay half, would you pay half? And she said, well, she'd sure take it there, so I would like to see it fixed, of course. And my suggestion is that we say, hey, can we work together to do it? If we've got buy-in from the powers that be, that that's a suitable tourism expense. So I just need to know what to tell her. If you guys choose to take it up or take any action.
My question is always, is it on public or private land? Is it owned by somebody else? Is it owned by the town? Is it owned by?
Well, I guess we would assume it's public land for the purposes of what we're talking about, and if it's not, then we don't have anything to talk about.
There's nothing left to talk about.
Michelle and John met with an engineer about that wall you're talking about on the left-hand side on Main Street last week. But I do not know what that, from what John Colwell said, the engineer's recommendation was to go back 5 foot and build a retaining wall with rebar. Well, if you've got those huge trees up on that property, and if you go back 5 foot and take the soil out from under them, they'll fall.
He's probably talking about just going back and building, it's gonna be like a falls wall,
Uh-huh.
and then you'd build your rock wall back to that. And you really wouldn't take anything from the big trees.
Okay,
No, I understand what he's talking about.
okay.
But now that's probably a more complicated than just patching the wall.
Mhm.
So, but either way, we can, I mean, they may be thinking of somewhere they can get grant to help with it or something.
And we're looking at some grant funding.
I'm like you, Dirk, I think that they need to fix it up. Sure, it's part of tourism because people can come through, the tourists that come through and they see the rocks falling and stuff, it's not very attractive, but it's also unsafe.
Oh, yeah, it is that too, because it could, sometimes the wall will go all at once, on top of somebody's car or somebody walking by.
Like the one at my house, but we finally got,
Stabilized.
well, I just kind of had it all pulled off of it to try to figure out what I'm gonna do because it's an expensive project.
Fixing the wall with.
But I'm all for it. I'm willing to try to help get it fixed back up, that we get some
Come on, with the plan. Or partner. Are they thinking partnering with Grand County Commissioners or Grand County Travel and Tourism?
Well, I think Connie would have been thinking about spending tourism's money, because they have quite
They do,
a pile of funds, and she said it needed to be spent.
right.
So, I told her, they had much more than we did, but but I felt like it was something of attention. Now, whether or not they do anything, I don't know.
And then after that, whose responsibility is it to keep it up? That would be my two questions. Private versus public, and who's,
So it's gonna be public, if you do it at all, so it has to be public,
Has to
the
be.
public can have to keep it up. But then you would hope that if you go and fix something, that you don't hear about it for,
right,
well, till we're just a minute.
yeah, I won't be on the board anymore, hopefully. Okay. Those are my concerns. I'm willing to entertain it, but,
So short of making a motion to do something, is it just kind of a general consensus that we'd really be interested in it, but if they'd be interested in partnering, but we'd need to get together and see what that exactly means?
and the detail, yeah, the details.
Okay, yeah, I think that's better than, that's about as far as we can go right now. But as far as the principle, we entertain.
Pretty much everything that we've been through is what I've been doing the last month as far as the passport adventure and the car show. I did put some calendars here. They got local pictures and also some updated maps. And these are really nice maps for this area. Got a lot of good information.
Could you probably ask for any of these that are not public, do they put any of these that are just?
Not like that. Now we got some of those that are on those tear offs that are just a map. Oh, I do have a girl designed, I have thrown out there for a design for the drag on car show. And she had done this. We were looking for a logo, and I don't know if y'all want me to use a logo or if you want me to keep going with just these flyers. Or does somebody else have somebody that might do a logo?
What about,
I talked to Virginia, but I didn't hear anything from David.
what about, is his name Abraham that does our
Computer.
stuff?
Uh-huh.
Have you talked to him to see if he could come up with something?
I haven't, but I'll be happy to.
Right.
Oh, you're fine. And we can just I'll get him to do something. We can look at it next meeting. And that way we can pull together something to use on advertising. And I'll keep doing this and handing them out right that time again.
By the next meeting, we should have some idea about how many people are signing up for the car show.
True.
But now that we got it out.
Do you think I should, I mean, I've handed these off like at the banks. Do you think I should go through like pretty much every business in Robbinsville and hand some of these off with the vendor applications? Or do you want me to concentrate on certain type businesses?
I don't know, newspaper ad needs to start.
Soon. Do you want me to run in on it like a continual in the next month or so, or once every 2 weeks, or, and do you want it to be a box ad with something like that? I guess I should ask, how much to spend on advertising?
You probably should get, needs to be noticeable.
You need to get the guy that does our computer stuff to try to fix up something and get it fixed up to where that it's, you know, and then we can send that to Kevin and then send it out to the surrounding newspapers and see, I don't know what kind of price they have, but I know if you do it And it probably needs to be put out for at least a month, don't you think?
You need 4 to 6 issues with it in it. And they need to be, you know, like, obviously it's the 15th, so an ad the week of the show may not be that effective.
True, that is true.
And you need to get your thing made for down there.
Banner.
Banner,
Your
yeah.
banner made.
The banner will be very helpful, probably.
You want me to put a date on it?
Yeah, they need to
Sure.
know when the date is.
Yeah. Another unrelated news, we are lobbying to try to get one more opportunity at the ball game for Thursday night.
There is
What's the
also,
limit?
100 people.
100 people.
is it a draw and
No, it's family and, you know, players and stuff like that, I guess, but, I can't see why it can't be some more.
It seems like I've seen something here in the last couple of days where they're upping, he's up that limit, or he's supposed to, but he's just waiting to make that final announcement.
Well, yeah,
I'm not sure where I've seen that at.
I was talking to his office 2 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago about future vaccines, and 2 weeks ago about this, and I know the wheels are turning, I just don't want them yet.
there is, maybe where too, they're having the homecoming parade March the 12th at 3 p.m. And they've asked businesses maybe to decorate and support or something like that.
Are you sure the parade's at 3 p.m.?
Yeah. It
That's
usually
what
follows
they
school.
say.
What's the date, March what?
Because from what they told, I thought Addison said that it was supposed to be later in the day so that more people could come to it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I had it down at my office, but I never even thought about bringing that.
That's what they said was 3 p.m. So I don't. I need to check and see.
Spring football, that's gonna be different.
Yes, it is.
Maybe
Very
we don't have to
different.
wait that long till the fall then, do we?
Right.
When it's over.
Right. This is true.
So what's the date for our next meeting?
I had my calendar out and put it
It
up.
was March the 30th,
Is that when it is?
last Tuesday. Do I need to revise those minutes before y'all sign that? Or since you made the motion and second to revise them?
I just have them at the next meeting. to sign.
Okay.
They're already approved, we just signed them.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank y'all.
I'm in favor.